additional 50, which comes up to about $140 million that you're throwing around. I don't understand this, but here's all I gotta say. Don't go to the damn poker table. Don't go to the blackjack table. Don't go to the slot machine for crying out loud, even if it's only asking you for $1. Don't do it. Stay the hell out of the casino other than your performance.
That's another piece of like what Floyd has done with his money after his fight career. Now, there is the lawsuit that Floyd is in with Showtime, and I don't think Al Heyman's a part of the lawsuit, even though he blames Al Heyman in a lot of the lawsuit for stealing his money. We're $340 million. We'll see if anything materializes out of that or if Floyd just spends more money out of his ass.
How does he owe you the money? Why don't you just like...
Here's what happened. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in, I think, Dubai or like the Middle East. This is my understanding of it, for $10 million cash. We ended up doing the fight in the States with a different company. That is the company that put on the...
Floyd Mayweather made a huge amount of money during his boxing career, but he did not manage it well. And now he is facing financial problems. That is why he came out of retirement to earn more through new fights. Some people blame others for his situation, but the truth is that he is responsible because he spent too much. It is not about how much he earned, it is about how much he spent. Logan Paul also claimed that Mayweather sold their exhibition fight to a Dubai company for $10 million before the event and still has not paid in the share he was promised.
And you look at it from that standpoint and you say, wow, you're blaming them when in fact it's really, really you, because you can't do what they do every day. Maybe you should go to them to get some lessons.
It's a spending issue, not an income issue.
Yes, you know.
Wade Plemons said on X that Floyd owes many people a lot of money and simply does not have it. He also posted that several of Mayweather's commercial properties were foreclosed on according to Business Insider. Joe Rogan pointed out that Mayweather earned more money than any other fighter in history, but still went bankrupt because of non-stop overspending. He said this shows that no matter how much money someone makes, it will not last without careful management.
He sold our fight with my name and likeness to someone else in Dubai for $10 million cash. It's our fight, bro. Our deal was 15%. He fucking smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. That company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment that I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think he's facing a bunch.
Rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. He custom built the house, by the way, in like 2006.
Yeah.
Started at 14, reduced to 12,
Yeah.
10, 8 came on the market, and it was a lot of house for 8.
Yikes.
So for 6.6.
Oh, he really got
Just
rinsed.
the cost to build that house was 9 or 10.
Whoa, he got rinsed.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It was huge.
Goddamn.
Who would win in a fight, you or 100 grams?
Probably
100
100
to me
grams.
is a lot.
100 grams. It's a lot of people, bro.
Wade Plemons shared that Floyd Mayweather had to sell his private jet just to pay off legal debts. This shows that he owes money to many people and is struggling to handle his financial responsibilities.
And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, like there's all these lawsuits. Like he hasn't been paying things and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He got to show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million. That's crazy.
DJ Vlad said that a well-known jeweler told him Floyd Mayweather is broke. He blamed this on Mayweather's very expensive lifestyle and his habit of spending money without thinking.
He flipped a house in Florida from 18 to 20 mil, and he's got a place in LA that's like $25 million he's trying to sell now for like 48, which It's funny how now all of a sudden Floyd's trying to sell all of his assets. What does that tell you? He just sold his private plane as well, which I don't know what that went for, but again, he's offloading assets because he's massively in debt and owes people a lot of money. And he's trying to finance something, whether it's legal fees, whether it's other mortgages, whatever. But yeah, getting a net negative of $4 million on the house you built and then put on the market is probably the worst real estate investment you can make. Outside of maybe a strip club that no one goes to except you.
Sean Porter said it is not a bad idea for Floyd Mayweather to take these exhibition fights. He believes Floyd can handle them and might actually benefit from the money they bring in.
This is like who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
I mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mayweather even doing any goofy shit like that.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow.
Right.
As long as you keep your spending under wraps. Like right now, like I could retire right now. This could be my last interview ever.
Right.
And with my investments, I invested into a lot of great companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla over the years, and those companies have all grown and continue to grow, right? And I could actually borrow money against my stock portfolio without even selling my stock.
Wade Plemons posted again about Floyd, saying he lost $8 million on a house in Vegas and that this was confirmed. Business Insider also reported that he took out $54 million in loans at 9% interest and has not paid them back. Another one of his homes was just foreclosed on, and he also sold his plane. Wade added that Floyd is definitely a gambler. Joe Rogan explained that Floyd's money problems come from his extreme lifestyle. He spent millions on luxury watches, cars, and other expensive things without thinking about the future. Even though he earned more than almost any fighter ever, those careless purchases left him unable to pay what he owes. Now he is close to bankruptcy and owes large amounts to many people. Rogan said that no amount of money can survive without smart planning. Floyd's story is a lesson that even the biggest earners can lose everything if they spend more than they make.
What you don't want to do, what we've seen Mike Tyson do against Jake Paul, is you don't want to get in that ring and you haven't driven that car in so long that the engine runs hot, So both these guys, I think they're more than anything, they're trying to show us how serious they are about doing it again against one another. So,
Sean, how shocked were you when you found out that Floyd was coming back? Last time he fights is in 2017 against Conor McGregor. The guy has not fought, I said more than a decade, almost a decade, I should have said, in almost a decade. Even when you're Floyd Mayweather, that's got to be a hard thing to do, and especially when you're 49 years old.
So there's some really good pros about it. He's done some exhibitions. He's shown that he still has the abilities that he's had. They're clearly not what they used to be, but they're still there, and then beyond that, the fact that he lives a good, clean life.
DJ Vlad said it is surprising that Mayweather is in this situation given how much money he made. He mentioned that even putting money into basic stocks could have helped Floyd build long-term wealth. Vlad also noted that Floyd never flies commercial and always uses private flights even though he does not own a plane. Unlike Drake, Mayweather does not seem to have his own aircraft. Vlad admitted he has never met Mayweather and does not know all the details of his finances, but he said owning many properties and spending constantly can cause problems. He reminded people that Floyd once bought a building in a jewelry district. Vlad concluded that even at Mayweather's level, overspending and public attention can turn financial issues into something very obvious very fast.
It's nuts.
Crazy.
I remember Iran Barkley was talking about that. Iran Barkley, when he was in his prime, was hanging out with all these professional athletes, and everybody was getting diamond-crusted chains and this and that, and he was keeping up with these people. Like, you got to keep up with the Joneses. And he just found himself, like, draining all of his money. He was talking about it like that was the biggest detriment to him being able to save any money.
Mm-hmm. They trying to keep up.
Yeah. Which I thought was funny when I was listening to this conversation with Chad Ochocinco. He was talking about it. He was like,
his jewelry fake.
Yeah, he was wearing fake jewelry.
But who would know?
What's that?
Who would know? He
no
Chad
one know.
Ochocinco.
Exactly.
It's
Fake
like when
jewelry,
they look at him, like
flying economy. He was sleeping at the stadium, like, so he didn't have to pay for an apartment. So smart.
Yeah.
So clever.
Wade Plemons explained that Floyd Mayweather has been mishandling his money ever since he retired. Lawsuits with Showtime unpaid debts and legal fees have forced him to sell things like his private plane and several properties. He did make some profit from flipping houses, but overall he lost money, including $4 million on a home in Vegas. Wade said that Floyd's exhibition fights, including the ones against John Gotti 3, show that he is fighting for money not because he loves the sport. Poor money management, overspending, and trying to cover old debts all show that Floyd is having a hard time holding on to the wealth he built over the years.
I assume that Mayweather was in a similar spot because he made so much cash, and if you invested even in common stocks, you should do pretty well. But, I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never even met him. So, I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of properties. You have a lot of money you're constantly spending.
Right.
I don't know. Remember at one point he said he was buying like the jewelry district building.
Yeah, and they said that wasn't true.
Was I don't know, man. I don't know this man's finances, but this guy told me that Mayweather is in financial problems.
See, here's the shitty part about actually losing your money when you're on that level and you're, kind of like flossing, showing off. Nobody gives a shit. Like there are people actually praying for you to be broke.
Henry, the analyst, said he does not like seeing retired boxers come back for these exhibition fights. He feels they are more about entertainment than real sport. He also pointed out that Floyd Mayweather made close to $1 billion in his career, which makes his current situation even harder to understand. His career earnings are truly unbelievable.
It was way back, again, 5 years ago now, but that was like the initial rumblings around that fight. And what Floyd did was use Mayweather Promotions to bring them this fight and say, if you'll front us this money, we'll put this fight here. They fronted him the money. He took the money, had the fight at the Hard Rock in Miami with Fanmio instead. That was the company that put it on, Fanmio. And Logan saw none of that front end 10 mil, and the people that paid Floyd the 10 mil never saw a dime back. It's nasty work what he did. But this has been like one of Floyd's MOs, is that he leverages his fight name or his quote-unquote assets, and which is what, a lot of wealthy people do. They leverage their assets to take out bigger loans or, whatever. But Floyd does it in such a reckless way that no one ever sees return on it. He just takes money. It isn't a loan. He's stealing. He didn't have provisions in place. I've talked about this, ad nauseum over the last couple of years, but the fact that we actually get some details on this from Logan is hilarious.
Our deal was 15%. He fucking smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. Also, the fact that Logan agreed to 15%, he's got that manager, Jeff, who says, I make the big deals. He got absolutely rinsed on that deal. But also, Graham has some important information about Floyd Mayweather and, again, his, I wouldn't say shitty business dealings, but how bad he is with money. Let's keep listening. Company that paid him that money is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment that I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think he's
Even though he has concerns, Henry the analyst admitted that the fight will probably be huge on Netflix because both Mayweather and Pacquiao are famous former champions. He said Pacquiao looked better than expected in his last fight against Mario Barrios. Mayweather has not had a real fight in years, so it is hard to know who still has more ability left. Henry said he does not love the idea, but there is real curiosity about this matchup. He called the fight a cash grab and said Netflix is focused on making money, not on helping boxing grow. These big events bring attention, but they do not help the sport in the long run. Henry remembered how exciting the first Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was and compared it to big cultural moments, but he feels this new fight is just taking advantage of fans. He ended by saying he understands why people are interested and encourage support for real boxing content like documentaries.
And especially given the fact that I think Floyd Mayweather made close to $1 billion in his career. I mean, his career earnings are absolutely insane. His activities since then almost feel kind of demeaning to his legacy, I suppose you could say. Well, I can tell you that I did a little digging, and actually there are a number of lawsuits that are currently active against Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s name, and they're worth a significant amount of money. From controversies around endorsing certain cryptocurrencies, to millions of dollars worth of unpaid luxury items, and even allegations of unpaid luxury apartment rent. These are all alleged, and these are all the cases that currently exist against him. There's no record of some kind of settlement, and as far as I know, a lot of these are ongoing. To add to that, Mayweather even lodged his own case against Showtime, and he did that this year, reportedly seeking damages of $340 million. And the allegation there is apparently there's been a misappropriation of his...
Some analysts believe the upcoming 3-fight deal could really help Floyd Mayweather. The reason is not just the fights themselves, but the opponents. Each one, including Mike Tyson, brings in a huge number of fans. Mike Tyson alone is known all over the world, so any event with his name attached gets a lot of attention. That kind of exposure can bring in serious money for Mayweather and help him recover from past losses and bad money decisions.
I think a lot of it is to do with just the basic thing of money. The fact that they both need money. Mayweather probably needs it a little bit more than Pacquiao does, but it's there no matter what. One of the strange truths about this one coming into it is they're both going to be having exhibition bouts in the next couple of months. Pacquiao is randomly taking on Ruslan Provodnikov, who some of you may remember was a champion at 140 pounds. And Mayweather's taking on Mike Tyson of all people. I mean, that's the most money motivated thing I've ever heard. It's utterly bizarre. And I don't want to see Mike Tyson anywhere near the ring again, especially after that Jake Paul fiasco. This whole thing's incredibly weird. I don't like it. I'm a proper boxing fan, and these fights to me, this OAP stuff they've got going on when they bring back these old fighters for one more go at each other, it's just not something that I particularly enjoy. Now look, it's going to be on Netflix. It's probably going to be a massive event. I'm probably going to end up covering.
This 3-fight deal also lets Floyd earn money without depending only on pay-per-view sales. Analysts say that even without a PPV model, sponsorships, international promotions, and live event money could be enough to rebuild his wealth. Some think this could be Floyd's smartest move in years. It gives him a chance to earn millions again and fix his finances after all the years of overspending. These fights might help him get back his reputation as one of boxing's biggest owners while also giving him a real financial comeback. People are watching closely to see if this deal will finally solve his money problems.
I love first of all, the fact that he's fighting Mike Tyson. I like that. Why? Because I'm a big Mike Tyson fan. And look, bro, you really can't take it with you. You know what I mean? These guys have an opportunity to be on Netflix and be seen by 40, 50 million people in the fight, in the first fight with Mike Tyson. That's huge. Mike Tyson versus Floyd, I think the highest rated show that has been on television, boxing match that has been in the last, since Ali, probably, definitely since the days of when ABC was showing things. Over 100 million people watched Mike Tyson fight Jake Paul. You can get Mike Tyson, and Floyd Mayweather can do those type of numbers as well.
Sean Porter said the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was something special. It grabbed a lot of attention and brought in a huge crowd. He believes the upcoming fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will not create the same level of excitement, even though it is high profile. Porter explained that Jake Paul knows how to connect with his audience and create a show that goes beyond just boxing.
There's a lot of money in boxing that comes from Greece. Okay, a lot of money is credited to Saudi Arabia for investing in boxing.
Not every fighter has that kind of influence. He said Floyd and Manny are legends in the sport, but the entertainment side of boxing today depends on personalities who can really engage fans. That is something Jake Paul does very well. It shows that drawing power now is not just about skill in the ring, but also about connecting with people and bringing them in. That's it for today's video.
You know, you look at Mike and Jake, and that did like 108+ million people. And then I think Terrence and Canelo did like 40-something million people. Huge audience, obviously, but not even half of Mike and Jake. Do you think it ultimately gets a massive audience? Again, because it is too. If you've got Netflix, you can watch this thing for free. You don't got to shell out $100 for a pay-per-view.
Does this knock out the 108 that Tyson and Paul did?
That's asking a lot, right?
That's asking a lot because you have a Jake Paul that's cross. He brings a different kind of crowd.
Yeah.
Floyd's touched that crowd. Manny, of course, has touched that crowd. But I don't think they're going to pull in 108.
Yeah.
They 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, they'll do more than 40. I can see them doing maybe 60, 80. But 100 is a little hard to imagine. But it is Netflix.